Alright, this video we're going to go through the words of the colors. I'm going to just jump right in with black. Now black is the lowest of our color scale because it's darkness. And the reason it's darkness, the word itself, base, as it lie, active, concept or unseen concept, kinetic. Remember, it's constant to itself with C being in once. So we have the base, as it lies, activating, unseen concept, kinetic. Base, lack. Now, look into somebody who's got a name like Black. Jack Black. The junction of act, or the junction active concept kinetic. Base, lack. He always plays sort of a loser kind of character who makes his way to do something great. Not always, but he plays that kind of character because it resonates with him and his name suits it perfectly. He's the junction act of base lack. See? So when you move to the word brown, now that base that we were talking about at BL, black, we have BR, the base reference. So now it's doing something, ongoing, plural, notion. So it still seems like not much pigment. The N is the idea of what's here. Plural. Now if you go backwards, you'd say this notion that's here, plural, ongoing, reference of base. So it's not quite black, but it's darker. It's a base reference ongoing, plural notion. Brown. So when you move up to the first color of our rainbow, being red, you are reference, or now acting here, expressing dia. It's coming through. Like when something is ready, we have an A there because now we're talking about an action, or we're activating something in ready. But when we say the word red, we're just saying it's redirecting. Like light is now referencing, expressing dia. It's coming through. When we say they're well read, that may be also spelled R-E-A-D, but when we're saying the word read or read, what are spelled the same way, it's because we're activating here or referencing an expression that we're activating dia to or from ourselves. Like when you want to read something, you're not re-adding it. You're actually, sometimes you can be reading it again, but if you're reading it for the first time, you're reference, expressing, activating to or from yourself. Read. And then when you say you were done, it's the reference, expressed, active, to or from yourself. Read. You just change the sound of it instead of the spelling of it. In the color red is where we have reached and expressed coming through. Red, the lowest form, or the lowest color on our rainbow. So then you move into the next word is orange. So it's that ongoing reference, active, notion, generating expression. So we have an ongoing reference as active notion, that would be red. And now we're generating expression. Orange is associated with arranging or arrangement because it's the color of fermentation or fire. Orange. Now we move to the next and we have yellow, the vitally identified, expressed as it lay, ongoing, vitally, plural, vital. So you would say that because the sun that we live off of, between the two sides of the sky, it vitally identifies our bottom line expression between here and here, X, the center that we're on, yellow, 2 L's, ongoing, plural. It's what all the things ongoing here live off of. It's the color yellow from the sun. Yellow. And when you see somebody, when they first meet you, or you first meet them, you say hello. What comes up the first thing in the morning? The yellow, the sun. I mean, there's more to it than that, but these are where the words associate. So then we move from yellow into green. So when something is growing, or it starts to aggregate, or it starts to generate a reference of expression upon itself in nature, it's green. When you agree, that means you activate the generated reference expressing that expression. I agree. When you are green, now you are generating a reference expressing itself in nature or notion. It's green. It's coming into growth. It's growing. It's grown from the ground. And then we move to the next color, blue, where green is literally the combination of yellow, which is before it, and blue, which is after it, and that is the yellow of the sun and the blue of the sky, making the green ground. or the green planet. Of course, there's more colors than that, but on a whole, the most of it is green from the yellow and blue. Now, blue, that base as it lie, underlying, expressing, it's that idea of being mellow. When you are mellow and cool and calm, like the blue sky, the calm blue water, the blue, true blue. You are base as it lie, underlying expression. You're with it. You're mellow. Now, when you move to the next color, we have indigo. So when you identify a notion, dia, identified, generated, ongoing, that has to do with your mind. The sixth color on our rainbow is the sixth chakra, which is associated with the third eye, or the mind. So indigo, we have the words like indigenous. We have words like, there we talk about indigo children. Or when you have intuition, it's the in-dig-o, identified notion to or from the identified, generated, ongoing, indigo. So that's the sixth color. It's also the familiar color of your mind, indigo. Then the last color of the rainbow, we have violet. Now, how close is that to the word violent and violate? Just because those little symbols and letters that we call them are in there, they change the meaning in our minds and in our definitions, because violet is vital, identified, ongoing, the word let, as it lie, expressed, plus. So you let it be what it is, vitally identified, ongoing. The highest point of our color chart, at least in the rainbow, and then we say vital, identified, ongoing, as it lie, expressed, plus violet. So purple, well, it can also be considered purple. Indigo and violet are very close in color, and most people would say that's a shade of purple, because purple being the place, underlying, reference, placement, or potential, as it lie, expressing, the highest color of the rainbow, or one of the two, indigo or violet. And then we say people in purple. See how close those are? That's when red and blue mix, the lowest of our colors, the first of the bottom, and then blue, the first after the midway point. So if you're halfway there and you're speaking the truth, which is blue, 5, and you're based at the root, which is red, you have purple. So that can be somebody who's root, as in raw, violent action, and it becomes purple. And then you can actually have somebody who is in tune with that is mellow at their base, and has that purple kind of idea of purple being that royal color. So then you move into the very height of our idea of color or pigment, and we have white. Like I just said, the word height, the highest, we say plural, here, identified, plus expression, because we've identified it plurally, here, plus. So it's bright. It's the brightest color appearing to our eye, which is white. Now, how I just said Jack Black, now think of Betty White. She was this chipper person. She always had a cool character, she was very idolized. Not saying always, because actors and actresses sometimes play characters that they don't necessarily want to, but they're part of their job. Anyway, Betty White. Now remember, Betty is a form of a female body, but you say base, express, plus, vital identity. So it could be an actor name, but like I said, every person's name is loosely the name of an actor. It depends with the rest of your name. It depends on where you're born. It depends on your birthday, stuff like that. But at the same time, Betty, the base, expressed, plus, vitally identified, and you can say Eddie, as in someone who gets edited, and then White, plural, here, identified, plus expression. So now she's an actor name, because every name is like that. Every human personal name becomes an actor name. Every name in general, every word is now giving action to something. But we say Betty, base, express, plus, vitally identified. White, plural, here, identified, plus expression. So it's the name of an actress. See how that is? So that's all for the colors, but let's say the word color itself. When you call things together, you could say COLL for like college. You could say CULL to bring together, to activate punishment, or to just bring together to kill or to do away with, or call, CULL. And then you can call together CALL, as in gather people together. Concept, active, between here and here. Call. So between me and you, I can give you a call, or we can call people together. So the word color is the concept, or the unseen concept until it's seen, then it becomes constant. Ongoing, as it lies, or the active base, as the ongoing reference. And it's one L because it's not just between here and here, it's the ongoing reference of what you consider that pigment to be called. And once you learn these things, you'll see how colorful the world really is. So until next time, peace and God bless.